in 5 weeks, in 2 weeks, you've got to show. You're stepping on stage in a bikini or your Speedos, you've got your arse out, and you don't want to judge saying you didn't diet hard enough or you didn't put in the effort.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hey guys, so welcome back to another video, and today I am bringing you another informative video. So obviously yesterday I put up the first one and the response was incredible, guys. Like, honestly, I didn't expect for it to get that many comments or that many views in that short of a time period, and some of the comments were really nice and motivating that you like my content and you like this kind of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead with another one today, and I wanted to talk about the dark side or the dark realities of contest prep. And by contest prep, obviously mean getting extremely lean for the stage, and this can apply for both female and male athletes, not just males. Bikini girls and physique girls, they do get lean and they do experience these sort of dark sides of contest prep. Now, we know that when we go into a contest prep, the phase itself, getting down to the lean levels required for the stage, is incredibly grueling. It's really tough. And that's not really what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the other side, the side that's after the contest prep. So in 2015, I dieted down from about March time, and then my final show was like around about October. And after that was probably the hardest phase that I've ever been through with anything. Like, it was just really difficult. And I think whatever approach you take is still difficult. Whether you're on a meal plan, whether you reverse diet, whether you bring your calories up quite fast, whether you recovery diet, whatever you do, it's a very difficult and intricate process. So throughout 2015, obviously I had phases where I was just tired, drained. You have those, your legs just like feel like lead. You don't want to walk anywhere. You feel fatigued all the time. I had those periods in time, like I had them. But guys, what keeps you motivated throughout those phases is the fact that in 8 weeks, in 5 weeks, in 2 weeks, you've got to show. You're stepping on stage in a bikini or your Speedos, you've got your arse out, and you don't want to judge saying you didn't diet hard enough or you didn't put in the effort. I worked my arse off because I had this hyper-focused goal. And when that hyper-focused goal goes, you feel extremely strange. And that's why I think that the darkest side of contest prep, for me at least, and for some clients that I've worked with for sure, is actually post-show. It's once the hard work is quote-unquote done. I'm not saying that the post-contest stage is necessarily harder in terms of the work ethic that you have to put in, the cardio sessions that you have to do, or the diet approach that you have to follow. But what I am saying is that psychologically, for me and for some clients that I've worked with, it is harder. It is more difficult. And it's very taxing on your mental fortitude. It really builds you as a person. Now, the reasoning behind this and why I think this happens is because we do lose that goal. We lose the day. We lose that show day. And I think the emotions that follow a show are quite weird. You get a feeling of, whoa, like, it's over, it's done. It's like when you look forward to something really, like, I can relate this to when I was younger, like 6, 7 years old, and I look forward to Christmas, like, so much. You'd count down the days, you'd tick off your advent calendar, you'd go to bed, like, couple of nights before the Christmas day itself, and you start not sleeping very well because you're so excited and all the events are going on and you're getting prepared for it and the food's out and you do the food shop and Santa's coming, all this shit. Like, that's exciting. You get super pumped for it. And do you remember, guys, like, if you haven't competed, when you're younger and you like Christmas, you sit on the sofa at the end of Christmas Day and it's that exact feeling. It's that exact feeling of, fuck, it's over. Like, it's done. This thing that I've been looking forward to for ages is done. It is so weird. That's the best way that I can ever explain it. And that's the most, I guess, generally accepted way of explaining it, because it makes sense and loads of people can understand that if you celebrate Christmas and you love it and you've had good experiences of Christmas. And so the idea of how we get out of that and how we develop some ability to refocus and not go crazy and not lose our mental game is to set future goals and to implement them straight away. What you do if you don't have goals and you don't have something else to look forward to is you get really upset, you get really down, and you can really start to fall out of love with the things that are taking you towards your future goals, or the things that were taking you towards this goal that you really were looking forward to. So I see a lot of the time, not with my clients, but with other people, that they just fall out of love with their training, and they fall out of love with their nutrition as well. And it's this spiraling shitstorm of not getting back on track, gaining a load of body weight, looking bad for it, and just being really generally quite unhappy. And it makes me unhappy to see that. It really does. It doesn't make me angry unless the coach that we're coaching them had done something wrong, but it makes me upset because these people for 12, 20 weeks, whatever, were in love with weights. They were in love with doing this routine, the food, the cardio, the training. They're all like putting this perfect picture together, and now it's gone. It's like all just gone, and they don't have anything to fall back to. So again, let's correlate this to Christmas and looking forward to that. What would you do? What would you do after Christmas? The answer is you look forward to your birthday and you count down how many days it is into your birthday, or until you do your next exciting thing, like a holiday. So if you had like a family holiday in 2 months' time, you'd start looking forward to that, and that would get you through, because mentally we like to look forward to things, and when we get to that thing we have a bit of resentment, we have a bit of mental sort of backlog, it takes us back a little bit, upsets us a little bit, and then we look forward to the next thing. We constantly want more as people. If we're people that are passionate and motivated, driven by goals or goal setting and things to achieve or to look forward to, we will bounce off more and more and more and more. It's like with a business. If you set a financial goal, I guarantee you, if you're a motivated or passionate person, you'll get to that financial goal and you will just immediately look to the next one. You won't go, oh yeah, done, pack it up for the year, that's cool, we've finished everything, we've hit the goal, let's finish it. And fine, like if you have that sort of mindset, cool, but the people that make it to the top, the higher echelons of business, physique, whatever, they will continually set higher and higher goals for themselves. So I think, guys, if you're experiencing difficulty post-show, the best thing you can do is you can set future goals. And these can sometimes be completely not strength or aesthetics related. They can be outside the gym. They can be focusing on building your business. They can be focusing on your career path. They can be lots of different things that doesn't necessarily involve your physique or your strength. And then you will quite nicely fall into a passionate way with your training and nutrition again. It just might take another goal for you to be able to be motivated to sort of get back and follow your gym efforts. So I think that it's very, very important to set lots of different goals, have lots going for you, and then you'll have lots of different paths. I think at the same time, it's important to realize that you will gain some body weight, and some of that will be body fat, and you won't look shredded all the time. And that's something that I struggled with. I think also I struggled with the idea that I thought the best way in 2015, a couple of years ago, I thought the best way to come out of a show and to increase my calories was to reverse diet. And I was adding in calories very, very, very slowly. Guys, be brutally honest with you, took me genuinely about 6 months to fully recover from that diet. I really do believe that. And that's a long time. It took me until about summer of 2016 to start feeling like I was normal again, in terms of not being absolutely disgustingly ravenous between meals, not having some element of brain fog or mind fog throughout the day, and not getting this draggy feet feeling. And I just correlate that with not adding calories quickly enough. Potentially staying a little bit too lean for a little bit too long post-show as well, but I did gain significant weight. I just don't think that I was gaining it at the rate that was required. I think now, looking at how I'd approach it for a client, is I'd bump up calories fairly aggressively. It's all relative to the individual. So if they got lean enough, when's their next show, what's their future plans, and I can do future videos on this if you really want. I can sort of put together how I'd piece together different people and maybe take 3 examples and different routes. But for now, if you got lean enough, I'd get calories up nice and quickly. I'd aim to put about, sort of for a male, I'd aim to put about 10 pounds on them fairly quickly. For a female, maybe something like 4 or 5 pounds. Just get them out of that zone where they feel like complete dog shit. And for most people, that should result in some nice recovery adaptations, both psychologically and physiologically. And they should be healthy. They should be getting going in the gym again, and things should be firing on all cylinders. But for some people, it does take longer. It took me a fucking long time, guys. And that's normal for some people. So don't be worried if you're still quite sort of deep post-show and you're still feeling a little bit rubbish. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, because, you will eventually feel okay. You're probably doing things right. Just make sure you are adding in calories and you are gaining body weight. If you're ticking those boxes, you will eventually feel better. And I think psychologically, your best bet is to continue setting goals for yourself, and to continue to stay motivated. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit of an insight into how I dealt with my sort of contest prep, and just realities of how long it takes to potentially recover from something as aggressive as a contest prep diet. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Also, let me know if there's any topics that you want me to cover. I'll happily cover them. And yeah, just comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.